It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. And it's coming up next.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus at Bill M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that's called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So, out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. Last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
I feel like every time I watch him, I come away with this like throwback feel. I mean, the way he plays the position, he is not going to look to slide. He is not looking to avoid contact. He kind of plays this game like it was played years ago at the quarterback position. And now, Mike, let's be honest. It's very easy to do it when you're usually one of the biggest guys in the field, the fastest guys in the field, and has the biggest arm. So the physical traits allow him to play that style, but he is just a blast to watch and somebody you can just tell truly loves playing the game.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for, and that will lead to a second down. They run with the third-year man. It's James Cook. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
He's got his man. That's Coleman. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Bills first down.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. They're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
Allen going to give it to Cook. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They face second down and 7. Once again, it's Cook. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
3rd and 2. Now Allen. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League. Lamar Jackson already seasoned 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
They run with the longtime Titan. It's Derrick Henry. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Second and 7. From the gun, Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Bateman is the motion man. 3rd and short, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. 1st down run here by Henry, and he signed with the Ravens this offseason. I mean, you think back to that run he had with the Titans, Mike, over the last 6 seasons, over 8,200 yards, 80 touchdowns. I mean, one of the most productive backs we've seen in a long time. Now it's kind of scary to think he gets to join Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore backfield. They hope the 2 of them can be that combo to finally get this Baltimore team over the hump.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. On the give, here's Henry. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
3rd and long for Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
This one complete to Bateman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll look underneath for Henry. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Baltimore after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
Here's a shot toward the end zone.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, here's Khalil Shakir. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going with their second possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Has his man, it's Samuel. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A run out of the gun with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes
That one taken in. Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Buffalo.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Justice Hill to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
2nd down, Jackson. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Bills offense and Curtis Samuel getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. "7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It is 3rd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. They'll motion over Flowers. Play action now. Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll motion over Flowers. Off the play fake. Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To the air one more time with Jackson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a first down. Aguilar goes off in motion. A first down throw for Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Jackson up top again. Flowers with the catch. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now on second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bills offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's Allen to throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And while Samuel might have a new home in Buffalo, Mike, he's still that same dynamic guy that I played with all those years back as a young player in Carolina. He is so dynamic with the ball in his hands that in this Buffalo offense, you can either throw it to him, hand it to him, but either way, just get him the ball like we saw there, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down, a pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Bass to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 14-6 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Off play action. He'll set up. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That's Greg Rousseau in there for the sack.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here's Hardy to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. They'll go play action here with Allen. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. It's 2nd down. Play action. It's... Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. It's the tight end Likely in motion. 2nd down, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So they're down 8 here in the final quarter. A touchdown, a must, as they come out for 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll motion over Flowers. A design run here with Jackson. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal for Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line, so now it is 4th and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the two-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Throwing Jackson.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Shakir. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They send him right out of the slot. On 1st down, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left. and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Looking to Samuel on the out route. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Allen working from the pistol. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll run with Cook. A dive, and he's in! James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. His kick is good. And the Bills will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes Hill on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Jackson now. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. And
that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Cook. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. So here comes 3rd and 5. Jackson up top again. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Again, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
This one complete to Bateman. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he's going to have the Ravens first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down. So a road win here for the Bills. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride back to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, we wish you a terrific night.